Hello everyone, today there will be a very useful video for absolutely everyone. I will show you how you can greatly enhance your internet signal, how you can greatly enhance your mobile connection so that it really catches even in a bunker. This will have a very positive effect on your mobile network signal. If you previously heard some interruptions during a conversation, a fragment of phrases, perhaps you could hardly hear the person you were talking to, then all these problems are solvable, and you can improve the connection several times. And after that, you will be extremely satisfied, because the connection will really catch almost everywhere. Yes, and in addition, your internet will simply fly, because since we stabilize the mobile network, it will no longer jump back and forth and catch incomprehensible signals that are not needed at all for your SIM card to work. And at the same time, of course, your internet speed, mobile internet will increase. And most importantly, we will not use absolutely any applications and programs, only through the standard settings. And these settings are a little hidden. Not everyone knows where they are and how to activate them. And now I'll show you. Be sure to support the video with a like, subscribe to the channel and share with friends. So, let me show you something secret. Look, when we go to the usual standard settings, here we have a section that is responsible for SIM cards and mobile networks. Click on it. Here we see that we have a distribution by SIM cards. That is, for example, I have only one SIM card inserted now. Here I click on it. Here we have the most standard menu that can be. As you can see, there are 5 settings here. Here, the first is the name of the SIM card. The second is the SIM card number, APN access points, can also be called simply APN, the preferred network type and mobile networks. Do you remember? There are only 5 settings here. Here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But here is another hidden setting, a secret setting that few people know about. And it will improve our network and make the quality of calls much, much better. Of course, I will show you other settings later, but let's take everything in order. While we are exiting these settings, we will come back here. Remember how many were here? Next, we need to use our phone book or dialer. For example, I have this icon, a white handset on a blue background. It doesn't matter what yours is. So, in general, you need to find it where you dial a phone number to call someone. Of course, we will not call anyone. Look, we need to press where we dial a phone number and enter the secret combination here. And we start entering *### 865. These are the 2 digits. ####. And now I draw your attention very closely. Look. Now I will press the star, and some inscription should appear. It is very long and appears for literally 1 second. It is very important to see what exactly will be written at the end of this inscription. Therefore, we look carefully and do not miss it. Look, I press the star. This is a little bit wrong. This does not suit us. If you were given this message, then, of course, you need to enter one more combination, otherwise nothing will work. Look, we re-enter the *###86. These 3 digits are the #*##. And again, we pay very close attention. Now I will press the star, and this entire inscription will appear again. It is very important to watch what will be written at the end of this inscription. Look, I press the star. This is exactly what we need. And I also want to emphasize that while dialing all these numbers, I did not press the call button. That is, all combinations, they should work without the call button. If you, in principle, press the call button, then again, nothing to worry about, but you don't need to press it. Now let's look further. We exit this menu, we won't need it anymore. Then we go back to the regular standard settings. And here we now look for SIM cards and mobile networks. Let's go. Next, we click on the SIM card that we improved. And now I draw your attention very closely. Remember, there were 5 settings here. Here are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. SIM card name, SIM card number, APN access points, preferred network type, and mobile networks. And now that hidden secret setting that we just activated has appeared. Remember, I showed you at the beginning of the video that it was completely empty here. You can have this setting turned off or turned on immediately after activation. It improves the quality of voice calls. At the same time, of course, the internet will also become better, and the quality of the conversation will become much higher and more pleasant. That is, you will communicate with the subscriber, with your interlocutor, just like in person and without any interruptions that may have happened before. But that's not all, of course. Let's do it so you don't get confused. I'll go out and show you some more very important settings that stabilize not only the network, but the signal in general, so that it catches very well. And even if you are somewhere far from the towers, somewhere far from the city, your signal will still be very, very cool and very powerful. To do this, you need to go to the usual standard settings, then click on SIM cards and mobile networks. Click on the SIM card that we will improve, and then look for APN access points. It can also be called simply APN or access points. Then here opposite the internet, click on the arrow. There are a lot of different settings here. In fact, I have already set them up for myself. I have been using these settings for a very long time. and they really work very well. The thing is that network operators, when they send you some settings to your smartphone, they do not know where you are right now. And all these settings, well, they are absolutely for any phone, they are standard. But each smartphone has certain settings that you can set yourself and make the signal reception much better. Look, let's go in order. Here we scroll and find the authentication type. Many have either none or P here. I advise you to set CHAP. This is a more advanced type of encryption, which has a very good effect, especially on mobile internet. That is, the transmission speed is much higher than usual. That is, beforehand, when you use mobile internet, then in fact, in order to process some request, the internet connection first goes through this encryption. And the faster it is, the faster your pages open, yes, and in general everything that you open on the internet. Here I have CHAP set. Next, look, the APN type. Here many will have an empty field, many will have something else written. In general, I personally set mine to default, SLE. Here, it is very important that there are no spaces on the right side and on the left side, and also after the comma, so that there are no spaces either. And click confirm. Now look further, APN protocols. Here are PB4 IP6. APN protocols in roaming and PB4 and PV6. Then scroll down and reach the section called channel. Go to it. I'm showing you how it will look for you. Look, for you it will look like this. Here there will be a check mark simply turned off or simply not. And here everything is empty. Here we remove this check mark and start setting all these networks up to the network called EVDO_B. We don't set any further. And at the very end we also set this 5G generation. It will be turned off. Here we turn it on and press OK. Now look, you will see this list below that you have selected. Then it is very important to save everything that has been accumulated here. That is, everything that we have set must be saved. Or if you exit, well, nothing will be saved for you and all this will not work. Here, for example, I have 3 dots. Here I press and here there is save. If you do not find these 3 dots, then there may be an inscription button more or 3 stripes, 2 stripes. In general, look somewhere here where there is a save button. Here I am saving. And now, if I log in again, look, here I have saved all of this. In principle, you can just double check. Here, log out completely, log back here. If you have everything set, then everything worked fine for you. After that, go ahead and reboot your smartphone, and you will already be very pleased in terms of the stability of your network, the operation of your internet and the strength of the radio signal.